Thank you. Thank you, Elisa, or Cesar. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening around the world. It's here in the US, the beginnings of Labor Day weekend. Maybe some of you have already started. I'm not sure. We have a couple people that we'd like to kick off, and then we'll go around the room to make sure that everybody talks. One of the most amazing people you will ever meet is Mike Patterson of Spencer fame. He's not only one of the world's best attorneys for cross-border transactions and setting up organizations, particularly anybody coming into the US. Mike is the person to speak to. But he also, in addition to being an American and knowing all the American things to do that need to happen, not just on the legal world, but more holistically, he has a mariachi band and he sings and he's extraordinary. So he is definitely a Renaissance man. He's married to a veterinarian as well, and so he's got a very full-rounded life with children and grandchildren. Mike, you are the most amazing person in one of the most in my life, and I really appreciate you so much. You're based in Phoenix, and you work now with Spencer Fane, and you're doing some fantastic work. What would you like to share today of people you would like to meet?
I just always love to meet inbound. Buenos dias, and I always like to meet inbound internationals or people in the U.S. wanting to do outbound as well. I love the Latin American piece. We also work in Asia and in Europe with companies from Europe. And I went with the Canada-Arizona Business Council yesterday and the day before, and we met with the governor of Sonora, Mexico, and talked about many projects that are upcoming. That's a very active region. And the Canada-Arizona Business Council's got a Project North America for Canada, Mexico, and the state of Arizona, the U.S. as well, including a lot of pension funds out of Toronto and Montreal that want to invest in very large projects of $500 million or more. I don't have one of those laying around every day, but it's exciting to talk about solutions for these three countries. But I work with very small businesses as well. And anyhow, just glad to be part of the Global Chamber. Was with Doug on the day they started years and years and years ago down at City of Phoenix, and with a dream to be over 500 chapters. And you sure are, Doug. You've hit that number and exceeded it, and really created a network that is unbelievable around the world. A very unique organization. Thank you.
Yeah, Mike was there on the panel with then Mayor Greg Stanton, now U.S. Representative Greg Stanton, and a variety of other dignitaries. And so right from the beginning, even before the beginning, I really appreciate your support. And that carries all the way through to Mike. Recently, Spencer Fane hosted a delegation from Global Chamber, Tierra del Fuego, Argentina, into the U.S. and hosted them at your office. And I presume hopefully setting up many of these quite interesting companies that are coming in. I've followed up with them this week, and I'll circle back with you on those.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Thank you for mentioning. I'm part of a law firm, and we're 550 lawyers in 26 cities in the U.S. And then we do work internationally. Thank you. If I didn't mention that, my firm would say, "What's the matter, buddy?"
Yeah, Spencer Fane is based, I think, in Kansas City, right? Headquarters?
Right.
Yeah, and how many offices are there now?
26, 27. We just added Santa Fe, New Mexico. So.
And you now have a new role where you're more involved for all the different global activities. Is that true, or how would you describe it?
International marketing team for the firm. Right.
Fantastic. You are the man. So thank you, Mike, for kicking things off. Keep being amazing. This by the way, you've arrived at a members-only League of Extraordinaries. Mike may have actually been at the one that we did in person at then the Ritz-Carlton in Phoenix before Global Chamber even formed, in that wood room there that's
That's
in
right.
the Canby. We did something there probably 12 or 13 years ago as I was trying to figure out what the future held. And so thank you for being involved even before Global Chamber. The League of Extraordinaries allows members to share primarily who you're looking to meet. And that's really the main piece that we want to hear today, because you're not just sharing it with Global Chamber and key people like Cesar Trabanco and others, but you're sharing it with other members, and invariably they have ideas for you. Everyone here is a member. After this meeting, I'll send a LinkedIn profile, a LinkedIn post with everyone's hyperlink on it. So if you miss connecting with someone here, you'll be able to connect up. And it's a safe connection on LinkedIn because they are a member, they're professional, they're ethical, and someone to be trusted for sure. Cesar has someone to introduce next. Is it from Bolivia?
Yes, that's right. Thank you, Doug, and welcome everyone. Good morning, good afternoon. So we are working in Bolivia with the Mercosur Chamber of Commerce and with the chapter of Bolivia, and they were supposed to present in our League of Opportunities this month, but something came up and they were able to join. So I made a room for them in the League of Extraordinaries today. So Elmer Vanegas will be representing them today. They have a couple of investment opportunities involving mainly Bolivia, but also Peru and Brazil. Elmer, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Good day for everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, Elmer. If you can summarize the opportunities in 3 or 4 minutes, that would be great. And you can, of course, in the chat, share as much information as you want. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you to you all for the time and interest in our opportunities here down in Bolivia. Right now, we are facing as a country a problem with access to the currency and for instrument for payment overseas, mainly provider for our companies, local companies. So we are working on a platform to pay vendors outside of the country, and that would need some capital to be invest and recirculate on top of that platform. It's an opportunity that will take that capital outside of the country to pay for goods and services and be recirculated using USDT as the manner of getting those funds again in the US or out of the country to be used and recirculated as a way of payment for the services and goods. That's one. We have already contract with 2 major PSP platforms. Yeah, so any details can be shared after the meeting for timing reasons. That's one. And the other, as chamber, we got access to some opportunities on fuel trading to buy and sell diesel and jet fuel originated on Kazakhstan and Georgia. We have already contract with 2 major sellers. They have direct contract with the refineries. And we also have some buyers interested. We are there because we need support, financial support, to get SBLCs as collateral guarantees to get access to the proof of product, because of the procedures of this business requires to prove you are capable to pay and to lift the goods. So we have contracts in place with the sellers, and we are in the need of completing some investment on tank lease at Rotterdam, Houston, Giron, and Fujairah. or providing SBLC warranty documents that could allow us to get access to those allocations. Basically, those are the two opportunities we are on the table here as a Chamber of Mercosur that could be, I think, work with all of you guys.
Thank you very much, Elmer. And if you can add as much as you want in the chat, that would be great as well. Any questions or any comments from the group? And if not, Elmer, can you also leave your contact details there, please?
Sure. So I'm leaving in the chat.
Thank you, Elmar. Really appreciate it. So we've got, our goal is to be wrapped up at the top of the hour. So we've got 50 minutes and we have, I would imagine probably about 20 more folks. And so that means only about 2 minutes each. So I'll just ask you to be really short and sweet on focusing in on who you want to meet and then provide any contact information and framework around maybe some issues that you're involved with. Hi, Bill. How are you? I actually was going to go to you next. Bill Edwards, 50 years of trade experience, an extraordinary leader on the global trade side of things. Bill, could you go next? Tell us who you'd like to meet.
Well, I'm actually wanting to meet C-level executives of companies wanting to expand into other countries, wanting to know when to go, why to go, how to go, where to go, and with whom. But Doug, I have a quick slide to show you everybody that really kind of summarizes where the world is today, if I can get it to come up. Do you see the election slide, Doug?
67 major elections.
My companies are coming to me and saying, well, what does all this mean? Well, if I knew the answer to that, I'd be right alongside Warren Buffett, of course. But it's a challenge doing business in countries where there are elections. But look at how many there are this year. And the bottom line is elections have consequences, as we know. And that means that typically when you get a change of government, you get change of economic policies, you get change of tax policies. You very often get change of foreign company entry policies. So the challenge is trying to figure out where to go and do business when you've got all these changes happening. I'll be happy to send a slide to everybody. It's not anything that's proprietary. It's just a list of all the countries. Some are good. I hope I don't hurt anybody's feelings about the red ones, which are a sham. But there are a lot of very important countries where people do business here that are having elections, and there will be changes. There always are changes because the new guys and girls coming in want to make their own laws and regulations. And I'll get out from here. Thank you, Doug.
Thank you. Bill issues every 2 weeks a bi-weekly on what's going on in the world, covering 34 plus countries. And so if you're not on that, please subscribe and check it out. It's usually in our weekly newsletter, so feel free to jump in there.
There's a link in the chat too. Thank you, Doug.
That's awesome. Iceland is another one of those countries, and it turns out the woman who was elected there is a Thunderbird graduate, which is kind of cool. Let's go next to Aaron Johnson. He has a long history of exporting and being an export business development person and leader with products and now services. Aaron, would you like to meet? How can we help?
Yes, thanks. Great to see everybody today. So I work for a health and safety wearable technology company. We make an industrial wearable that helps look at frontline workers' experiences and exposures in the workplace. So we're focused on environmental working conditions, noise exposure, heat exposure, things like that. And then physicality and slips, trips, and falls, high force motions, repetitive motions, trying to help organizations uncover clues in their working conditions that they didn't realize they could measure at risk to the organization. And then we have a communication tool that helps with just observations, near miss, continuous improvement ideas. Our whole goal is kind of to put the frontline worker back in the smart factory, connected worker space, and to really elevate the safety culture within an organization. So we're looking for organizations that have a decent sized workforce. There's, some manual or some exertion labor that's usually involved. It could be manufacturing, it could be food production, it could be logistics, it could be construction. There's a variety of industries where the use cases really fit well. And again, companies that are looking to use data to help them understand and uncover the risks that they might have in their organization.
Where are you based, Aaron?
So we're based in Iowa, but actually our team is spread out throughout the United States, and we've got a growing international kind of presence in terms of customers. And so we're looking for those that kind of, again, are looking for interest on the health and safety side and understanding where risks might be in their organization.
Are there particular countries of highest interest?
We're starting with a heavy focus in Europe outside of North America, the UK, the Netherlands. I mean, there's interesting, cultural interests when it comes to health and safety. In some countries are more interested than others for one reason or another. And the UK seems to be a good fit. The Netherlands, Scandinavia, some of those spots, but we're really open to any organization that has, a team that is interested in uncovering more about their health and safety data.
Fantastic. Thanks. Please put your information in the chat. And if anybody has questions for Aaron, please also use the chat. We'll keep moving around the room. Thank you. RT Nimkar from India. RT, thank you for the work that you do with Global Chamber. Thank you for the work you also do with tourism and trade. Is there anything that you would like to share of who you would like to meet and anything else going on?
Thank you, Doug. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon to all. Hope I'm audible. I'm from India, RT Nimkar, Executive Director for Global Chamber Goa Chapter, and also founder and CEO for India Economic Development Association, where we work for the entrepreneurship development, concentrating on training, awareness, and hand-holding programs. So yes, I'll be putting my information in the chat. And Doug, thank you for giving me the opportunity to introduce myself out here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, RT. We do have at least one Globinar a month on India, and I think it's expanding to a couple now, especially as Bangalore continues to expand. And so, as RT mentioned, she's in Goa, but she works across India and around the world, and with particular expertise in tourism. Thank you, RT. Appreciate it. Let's go to Dr. Pauline Crawford. Welcome to Global Chamber as a new member. I was really inspired by what you have been sharing around how you view the world and the cross-cultural aspects and building a better future. Dr. Crawford, who would you like to meet and how can we help? Out of Las Vegas, Nevada.
Thank you, Doug. Cesar, thank you, all of you. This is my first time here, so I'm really thrilled to be here. I say my passion is to work with leaders of reasonable sized communities, so medium-sized and small companies who really want to elevate the performance of their people. So I'm a behavioralist. You see my title says Conversation Game Changer. I want to change the conversation with regards to men and women and how we work in authentic harmony. So it's a cultural change, transformation. It's digging into the deep side of personal relationships and professional relationships. So I run programs around energizing relationships. I call it gender dynamics intelligence. I think that women and men have a much better possibility of making the future better together. And so I talk about a lot about harmony, and it's very practical as well. It's about increasing the cultural imprint on their market. So I work in Europe. I'm from Britain, but I live in America, and I've been in Malaysia for 4 years. So I've got a global sense of cultures. So I'm looking for wise leaders who really want to escalate their performance and are maybe challenged by the current DEI agenda, or just feel that there's too many tensions around. And I would love to meet Melinda Gates if anybody knows her. So there you are. There's a very specific request. Thank you, Doug. I will get used to this forum more, and it's an absolute delight to meet you all. Thank you.
I think you're used to it already. Well done. Thank you very much. Who knows Melinda? Who's got Melinda on speed dial? Let's see what we can do on that. We know that we're able to usually with members find just about anybody and be able to get access. So let's see about Melinda.
Thank you.
When you talk to Melinda, what would you ask her? What would your play be there?
It would be, she's definitely declared that she wants to help women in business. And my goal is to help women to rise to CEO level with a very balanced, diverse team. So I want to bring her my special navigation tool. So I would talk to her specifically about that process. And I know that since she's gone out on her own, and she's actually doing work with women in particular. So I'm looking for very senior women escalating and shining their light more in the world. Thank you.
Did you already meet Nima from Tanzania, who's in this call today?
I have not.
Okay, so you need to meet her. She is amazing what she's doing with women entrepreneurs. She has an event that we're doing together in the next month or so, but how she gets young people in Tanzania to be thinking about exporting, to be thinking about leadership in more effective ways, and what she does with women is extraordinary. So you definitely should be connected.
Okay, thank you. And I do have a lot of connections across the world through a huge women's network called G100. So we can connect the dots up on that. That would escalate women in the world.
Nima, would you like to go next? Thank you for joining Global Chamber, and we love working with you already. You're so responsive. You're so extraordinary in terms of how you're interacting with the tribe. What would you like to share about who you would like to meet, please? Oh, hi, Nima.
Sorry. Hi. Thank you very much, Doug. Thank you, Dr. Pauline. We met, I think, in the women meetup this week,
Yes.
on 28th. Yes. Yes, I'm Neema, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Integrated Empowerment Initiatives. And I would like to say I've started my role as an executive director for Global Chamber Tanzania. Also, we work with women SMEs for small and medium-sized entrepreneurs to help them to be export ready. And today I've had a very great conversation with Dr. Sarita about coming up with a curriculum that would benefit women and bring more impact. So if Dr. Pauline, you're in for it, we can also discuss what is your model, and we can integrate it in the curriculum that we are creating right now with Dr. Sarita. So I'm also looking for people who are into insurance. If you have any model that would help SMEs in insurance during exporting, financial literacy, we are welcoming you to collaborate with us. Anything to do export readiness to help women SMEs, you're welcome to work with us. But also we are helping, if you want to enter into Tanzanian market, you're also welcome to contact me and we can help each other. Thank you. Thank you very much.
You are inspiring. Thank you, Nima. Appreciate it. Let's continue to go around the room. Let's now go to Eduardo Gonzalez. Eduardo is an expert on manufacturing, in particular between the U.S. and Mexico. He knows everybody everybody on both sides of the border, whether it's manufacturing in Mexico through one of the maquiladoras or through contractors or setting up your own operation. Eduardo is the expert. Eduardo, who would you like to meet and how can we help?
Well, thank you, Doug. Appreciate your help. Yes, we help companies locate contract manufacturing options in Mexico. And one of my clients is the Chihuahua state government. And what they're looking for is for companies that are looking into Mexico to do business, and they would like to welcome them, mainly manufacturing companies in advanced manufacturing or business development. So I just want to give them an opportunity here to let them know that Chihuahua is right south of Texas. Is the largest state in Mexico and the second largest with the manufacturing capabilities. So, yeah, and anyone that is interested in the Mexican market, happy to talk to them.
I just texted the picture. You've got a mirror image of your background, so the setting is off. Just to let you know.
Oh, okay. So I was messing with it, and on my end, it was right. So okay, got it. Thank you.
I thought it was me. I thought I just had a very strong orange juice this morning, but it's. I think I'm pretty sure it's.
So got it. How about that?
Now it's perfect.
Okay, okay. Got it. Thank you, Doug.
So one of the great things about Eduardo is the overall vision that he portrays, in addition to helping people just get connected and to be successful. His company, 258 Consulting, refers to the 258 pylons along the Mexico-US border that existed before the wall, and the concept of a future where we have pylons instead of walls in between the countries, where we just do trade and have borders that are open and safe and legal, however, but also making sure that trade happens as a priority. That vision, I think, is one that we all share, because we know when there's trade, there's less likely problems and less need for soldiers. So thank you, Eduardo, for all that you do and also for the vision you portray there.
No, thank you, Doug. You did a much better presentation of my company than I do. Appreciate it.
You're doing great work. We really appreciate it. And so do your customers. Paula Macedo is in Portugal, and she knows Portugal. If you want to get property in either Portugal or even parts of Spain, she is the world's expert. And Paula, could you let us know a little bit more about who you would like to meet and how we can help?
Thank you, Doug. I can help in a base of, let's say, a turnkey project, or in other words, a concierge service for any company or individual wanting to move or expand to Portugal. I work with, I was a real estate agent working with residential and commercial estate for a lot of years, and now I provide full services to anyone that wants to come to Portugal with a property base somehow.
Who would you like to meet?
So, unfortunately, I cannot think of a name like Dr. Pauline thought very well. I will work on it.
You probably wouldn't mind meeting Melinda Gates. I bet that would be a fun conversation.
Listen, it came to my knowledge, and probably the whole world knows that by now, that Elon Musk is looking for a property in Portugal. Wow, I could serve that guy. But I'm sure that he's full of thousands of agents and millionaire agencies around him. I don't know if anyone knows Elon Musk. Thank you. So, but coming down to the ground, I would like to meet my clients are people that don't have time to look for properties in Portugal, and then don't want to dig themselves into the hardness of looking for something and dealing with several experts. So I provide a full service with tax advisory, legal services, procurement on the ground, contracts, everything, due diligence, technical due diligence of all sorts to a property, either residential or commercial. And my individual clients, preferably, they are people that are willing to retire in Portugal, have a second home in Portugal, have some income from a home in Portugal. They would be based in US, in Canada, South Africa, Israel, also Brazil. And for companies that I can serve very well, I think, are companies that are looking for hospitality businesses, projects to build and sell,
Okay,
and so on. So
fantastic. Thanks for being an expert. Thanks for helping so many people. There are a couple people that I know, one who's already in Portugal and he's looking to expand, and then another person I think would be good. So if anybody else has any ideas for Paula, please let her know and definitely connect up to her in LinkedIn. And if you miss connecting to either Paula or anyone, watch for the LinkedIn post with everybody hyperlinked. Let's continue to go around the room. Thank you. Let's go around the room. And Tino Melita of Go Global is also a new member. Tino, thank you for joining. Welcome. Who would you like to meet and how can we help?
Well, good morning and good afternoon, because I see there's people from all over the world, and good evening. My name is Tino Melita. I'm based in Montreal, Canada, but our company is based out of Argentina, Buenos Aires, 15 years in November. And what we do is we help customers in the pharmaceutical industry, in the clinical trials, medical devices, and also a lot of fintech, which is financial and insurance. We help customers to better communicate to their customers. So we do 45 different languages in order to help you grow your business. Everybody wants to grow their business, especially post-pandemic. Everybody is now remote. So the employees are remote, the customers are remote. So we can help you to translate your documents from any language to any language. Thank you. And I am looking forward to this relationship.
Great. No, thank you. Thank you for the clarity on which market segments tend to be really helpful for you. Where are the clients that you work with? What countries typically?
Honestly, the name of our company is Go Global. So we have customers in Australia, we have customers in Europe, we have customers in Canada, US, South America. I repeat, with this post-pandemic, employees, business partners, distributors, we're all remote. So to better communicate, that's what we do. We of course, everybody's talking about AI, but we are the experts in the loop. And my example to everybody is all planes are flown autopilot, but guess what? There's still a pilot on the plane. Why? Just in case. So we are your pilot translator in your translation industry, just in case we can help you.
Very good. Thank you for joining and sharing. And I've got a few ideas for you on that. Actually, about a half a dozen or so. So we'll get those going. Thank you for sharing. Let's continue to go around the room. And let's see who's next. Gary Moulton. Gary Moulton, you help companies reduce their costs. Schooley Mitchell is quite a famous firm, and so thank you for the leadership that you have with them and helping people save money. Who would you like to meet? Where are they, and how can we help?
I appreciate it, Doug. So again, I appreciate the comments about Schooley Mitchell too. Schooley Mitchell's located up in Canada, and we support clients all over in the US and the Canadian market. I'll tell you who I'm looking for. I'm looking for any business. One thing that's unique about our service offering is every business has business expenses. And our expertise is providing thorough analysis of those business expenses and just making sure that businesses aren't overpaying for services that they don't need to be paying for or paying too much for, and allowing companies to utilize those funds for more productive projects, sales initiatives, maybe employee benefits, other things that the money could be better utilized for. What's unique about our service is we provide this thorough analysis of these expenses at no cost to the client. And I know what you're thinking, well, nothing's for free. Well, the way our service works, it's performance based. So if we do find clients savings and they choose to implement those savings, then we receive, our payment comes from a portion of the savings that we generate. So it's kind of a unique model. It's what I love about my job is I provide good news either way. I either go back to the client and with this report and show them that they're actually paying a great fair market value and they have a good service for what they're needing, or I'm able to present options for them to save funds, and sometimes it can be significant. We've had savings up to 90% sometimes in different categories that can add up to millions of dollars. So love to chat with anyone. Aaron, I have you on my radar. I may have a good contact for you, so I'll reach out to you after this. And Tino, we need to chat a little bit too. I actually come from the call center space. I may have some leads for you as well. So with that, I'll turn it back to Doug. Thanks, Doug. Appreciate the opportunity.
Fantastic. I have something for you as well, so I'll circle back with you. Let's continue to go around the world. Catherine Reed is amazing. You're all extraordinary. She's also extraordinary. She's also quite amazing in the work that she does in getting companies to expand, particularly into Asia, and her expertise in China is amazing. And it's Foodie Friday. And so undoubtedly she'll have something related to food associated with what she talks about. Who would you like to meet, Catherine? How can we help?
Thanks, Doug, for the big introduction, as it were. From my side, I mean, I'm mostly working with FMCG companies. And so I'm always looking for any introductions to distribution companies, mostly in Asia, but anybody who knows any good distribution companies also in Europe. I have at the moment a couple of projects that are coming into mostly Eastern Europe. But I think my main ask for today would be, I've just started with my kind of pre-planning, as it were, for 2025. And one of my goals for next year is to do more paid speaking. So if anybody knows of any opportunities where somebody who has a broad-based knowledge of doing business in products, especially consumer goods around the world, but especially Europe and Asia and the Middle East, then yeah, I would be very open for any introductions or contacts. Thank you.
Your content is the best. How, like the blog that I was reading today about expanding into other countries, and that you wrote one on global mindset, and how do you find the time to put together the ebooks that you do are amazing. I reposted it in our LinkedIn group.
I don't know. I just get out there and do it and organize myself.
It's really great. Definitely follow Catherine. If you're not, follow her newsletter, and her blog has really great information. And whenever a particularly amazing thing comes across, we put it in the LinkedIn group for Global Chamber. Thank you, Catherine, for all you do.
Thank you.
Let's now continue to go around the room to Jim Cook in Florida. He's looking for future unicorns and helping them get to the next level. And so, Jim, thanks for all that you do. Who would you like to meet, and how can we help?
Well, good morning and good evening, everybody. Yes, I sound like I have a cold, because I do. Our 2024 goal is Thailand, which seems to be a little shaky on the political side right now, South Korea. We only work 1 or 2 projects a year. We're very, very specialized. Our job is to take first to market and innovators in established markets and get them to the institutional investor. Once we get to the Y's and the Z's and that type, they fire us and we're done. So our job is to take, and we'll say no. We have a very, very tight screening process to make sure that if there's a solopreneur or a founder who is not going to have any chance, we'll tell them. So we get involved with those who we can really, really, really help. We screen out probably 95% of the people who contact us. Those 5% left over, we can help a lot. I dropped my stuff earlier, so if you have something to help me in South Korea and Thailand, let me know. Thank you, Doug.
Thank you, Jim. Appreciate the update. And if anybody can help in those countries or anywhere, please contact Jim. I see Maria Bocalandro here. How are you, Maria? It's great to see you. It's been a while. Who would you like to meet? How can we help?
Thank you, Doug. My camera is not on because my internet is a little sketchy. I am in Dallas College. We're a 120,000 big student organization. We have now, we're starting to do bachelor's degrees now in early childhood development, nursing, and in the near future, IT, data analytics. But we have a lot of students that we need to form globally and we want them to get into the global market. International Education Week is coming in November. And I would like to put a panel together, as we did a couple of years ago, Doug, with some of the members around the world that can speak to the students what kind of skill set is needed to become part of the global workforce. So I would like to get in contact with some of the members around the world that would like to do a WebEx about the skill set that's needed for the students that are now preparing to go into the workforce. That's my ask. Thank you, Doug.
We can definitely help with that. We also, Cesar may have mentioned that the Young Global Leader Program has been kind of reconstituted. And actually yesterday there was a meeting that just kind of taking the next step. And so I think we're to the point where within a couple of weeks, we're going to start to announce, and maybe the event that you're talking about could either be a kickoff to that or be part of kind of one of the stepping stones. So thank you. That's a great idea. We're happy to help.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Let's now go to Mona. Mona, how do I pronounce your name, Mona?
Cherkawi.
Cherkawi. That's actually pretty easy to do. So thank you for your expertise. And always when you're involved, it's a joy. Who would you like to meet? How else can we help right now?
Yes, please. Good morning, everyone. There are a lot of people that I need to meet based on what I heard so far. So I'm excited to be here. For those who don't know me, my name is Mona Cherkawi. I'm out of Orlando, Florida, and my business is actually twofolds. One that's been around for quite a long time, and that is a real estate boutique focusing on foreign nationals investing in the state of Florida, and relocation for corporation is an executive. The other part of my business focuses on training, consulting, and coaching on succeeding outside of your cultural zone, and that is leadership, sales, and team performance. Pretty much everything that has to do with working beyond your cultural zone. Who am I looking for? Looking to do joint ventures, also webinars, seminars around the world on doing business globally. Again, my focus has been on sales, communication, negotiations, and also leading diverse teams. I've been doing it for over 30 years, and I do also have or lead nonprofit organization, women nonprofit organization focusing on bridging the culture gap and building effective leaders and successful entrepreneurs and preparing them to go out and expand their business around the world globally. So any chance of collaboration, any company looking for consultants, training, or anyone here would like to create, I'm a creator, create and put together seminar, and we'll take it everywhere in the world. I am your person to talk to. Thank you so much.
You can tell you're a creator just simply by your necklace and your earrings and your dress, the color, the vibrancy, the power of your voice, and the vision that you portray. It's very exciting. Thank you so much. Let's continue to go around the room. And Nihi Sanusi is our board chair for Global Chamber Lagos. And so Nihi knows everybody in Africa. He's a trusted resource. He's helped countless folks get back whatever their issues happen to be. Nihi, thanks for all that you do. Who would you like to meet? How can we help?
Yeah, thank you very much, Doug, and always great to be here. Thank you for the platform. I'm a lawyer in Lagos, Nigeria, and I'd like to meet, at least for now, lawyers who have an interest in networking with us in Africa on a professional basis. They're putting together an alliance of firms that are across the continent of Africa who are specialized in commercial, corporate, and similar opportunities. So if you have contacts, businesses who are potentially interested or have some level of potential interest in Africa, I'll be happy to have a discussion with them. At the moment, we have about 13 countries English speaking. We are looking at quite a number of French speaking and Portuguese speaking, as well as Arabic speaking countries in the next in the near future. To cover as much as we can of the 54 countries on the continent. So I'll be happy to meet anyone and businesses and firms who may have interest. Thanks again, Doug. Really appreciate this.
Thank you, Nihi. From a global chamber perspective, I'd say the two main regions over the next 10 to 20 years that I know I'm focused in on will be Africa, holistically, and India, because of both having huge opportunities. I'm more bullish than ever on Africa, as I know Nihi is and many of you. So let's see what we can do together to continue to develop the opportunities there. Let's now continue to go around the room. Lainey Denslow is in the house. Lainey is our former board chair for the Global Chamber San Francisco. More importantly, she is the expert on dealing with Americans, those crazy Americans. So for foreigners, even for Americans dealing with Americans, it's challenging. But imagine being a non-American having to do something with an American. Lainey is the key person. Lainey, who would you like to meet and how can we help?
Thank you, Doug, for that lovely introduction. Yes, I am interested in meeting companies and individuals coming into the US, trying to sort out what they need to know, the people that they need to meet, which often is some of the people on this call, and to understand what some of the things we Americans do that surprise and puzzle other people. And I know that everybody on this call probably has a story related to that. I also work with people who are about to expand their work or travel outside the US and want to make sure that they can engage appropriately with people. I've worked with attorneys, accountants, and other professionals so that they, as I say, can work effectively with people around the world. And I am very happy to be here with the Global Chamber Tribe and all these interesting people. And I just want to do a shout out to Bill Edwards' newsletter that comes out every 2 weeks. It's must reading for anybody doing global business. You'll find out interesting things, not only about where there are elections, but sometimes you find out about where there's fried chicken all over the world. So don't forget to read that. And I have a book called Working with Americans, a guide to some of the whys we Americans do that surprise and puzzle other people. So that is my focus. And those are the people I want to meet, coming in or going out. Thank you.
Thanks, Lainey. Fantastic. Thanks for your continued leadership. Let's now go to Sarah Cornett, who gave an extraordinary presentation on AI at our Women in Global Leadership event last week. Sarah, thank you for your expertise and your success in implementing AI, which was the topic of that presentation and the thing that you do so well. Who would you like to meet and how can we help, based out of Charlotte, North Carolina?
Oh, thank you, Doug, for the introduction. Yes, I'm Sarah Cornett. I have a business, SC Innovate. We are an AI consulting firm helping clients with every step of the AI journey, whether you're new to AI, need some support in the education space, maybe you know a little bit more about AI, but need some help implementing solutions strategically, or you're ready to implement solutions and you need staff, you need folks that have done that and know how to implement solutions the right way. So really helping with every step of the AI journey, interested in meeting with businesses, interested in exploring AI solutions for their business. Or if you're an AI solution company, maybe you have a solution already that you need help finding the right match for your AI solution. I'm happy to help on both sides. So those are the types of businesses I'm looking to meet.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Typically, what size are they? And are there certain market segments that are hot right now, or is it pretty much across the board?
Very much across the board. Everyone is interested in AI. I mean, everyone I've been reaching out to me is from kind of all across the board industry wise. It's been mostly focused on more medium-sized businesses to larger companies that can have the investment required to invest in some of these more powerful solutions. So that's more of the business size that we're looking for.
Very good. Thanks for sharing. Definitely get a hold of Sarah, and she's a great resource for AI, anything regarding that, what to do and how to get it implemented, which is the hard part. Thomas Snyder is also an expert on learning systems. Thomas is based in, I believe, in the Boston area, in Massachusetts anyway. Thomas, thank you for joining today. Who would you like to meet and how can we help?
Yes, thank you, Doug. Well, first of all, thank you, because our most recent customer came through the Global Chambers, so proof of concept there. So very much appreciated. So my company is called EdTech Global, and very focused on educational technology and publishing companies that are looking to globalize their revenue. So a small to mid-size EdTech company that wants to expand internationally. We have a worldwide network. We provide multiple services, but basically what we do is we activate and set up their sales channels around the world. So that's who we're interested in meeting. And then also for those of you who are in countries in Africa, Asia, Europe, and Latin America, who have no local resellers are looking to expand their product portfolio in educational technology, would also be interested in meeting with them, because we have a whole range of products that are and publishers and ed tech companies looking for resellers around the world.
Fantastic. Thank you. And it sounds like you've got it really built out, and it's great to hear about that member through Global Chamber, client through Chamber. Thank you very much for sharing. Rob Arthurs is one of those Renaissance traders, in the sense he's got a lot of really interesting things he's working on. Rob, what's the latest in terms of ways that we can help? Who would you like to meet right now?
Well, again, much like Lanny, who does a lot of stuff for entry into the United States, I do similar things for people that were entering into Canada. And because I came from the government, I've got a huge government relations background. But more importantly, right now, I'm marketing spirits. So I got 240,000 liters of single malt Canadian whiskey that I'm looking to sell bulk to people that are manufacturing whiskey. And through all that efforts and putting it on LinkedIn, and I think through the global, I've had a company reach out to me that's in the tequila business in Florida. And I'm looking to help them market their tequila. So none of this stuff is in bottles, it's bulk. It's to add to other people that are maybe experts or have a brand that is strong in the tequila industry. So we would sell it in totes to them, 1,000-liter totes. And it would be that we would combine our tequila or our whiskey with their particular whiskey because they may have smaller capacities, much like most people don't realize that Japanese whiskey is huge in India. So we're working with a Japanese company to combine our Canadian whiskey with their Japanese whiskey that would be sold into India. So all this cross-pollination. So I am looking for other people that may be looking to market their spirits globally that are in the bulk business that are sitting with tanks that are full. Then there's lots of them out there that don't know how to market their products. Great spirits manufacturers, but they don't know how to get it to the marketplace. And I've seemed to have a very unique background, network. And what, just on a side note, it's because countries like China, who are drinking baijiu and motai, and Korea that are drinking soju, the youth don't want that stuff anymore. That's mom and dad's drink. They want new sophisticated whiskeys, gins, and vodkas. And that's why the spirit industry, especially in Asia, is growing like crazy, because they don't want mom and dad's drink. So I'll leave it at that. Thank you. Thank you so much, Doug. I always appreciate the platform.
That's awesome. Thank you very much for sharing. We're going to get done pretty much probably a couple minutes over. So we're going to get wrapped up roughly. And then I encourage all of you to continue to post your information in the last 5 minutes here. And then watch for the LinkedIn post so that everybody's connected. Peter Grabick is a longtime member now with a couple different companies and does extraordinary international work based in the DC area now. Peter, welcome. Who would you like to meet?
Hello, Doug. How are you doing? Thank you for the introduction, and happy Friday, everyone. And hope everyone here in the United States is looking forward to the 3-day weekend. We have our Labor Day on Monday. So my firm, we work in trade and project finance. We have long worked in investigations, due diligence, and recovery services with export credit agencies, development finance institutions. So, for example, we work with Exim Bank and DFC here in the United States. Have 2 decades for Exim Bank, almost a decade for DFC, and several of the European, Asian, and other counterparts around the world. One of the programs that we've recently been starting, in the last several years, is in the EB5 inbound foreign direct investment for economic development. It's basically an investor visa program, and we have several regional centers in the northwestern United States where we are doing economic development programs, and there are opportunities for foreign investors to invest small amounts into these qualified programs and pursue their visas here in the United States. And so we're looking effectively for foreign intermediaries. So we already work with multiple law firms around the world, but we're always looking for additional intermediaries to introduce investors. And we do remit, so we have a structured and organized program, and for each successful transaction, we remit USD 25,000. So that's the main program where we think that there may be opportunities that we can provide to the global tribe. So
fantastic. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Continue to put your information in the chat, and I've got a couple people for you in the Northwest. Let's now go to Tamara Flores, who is speaking next week with Catherine Reed. I should have mentioned it when she was on, and also with Elizabeth Glint, and he's talking about how to expand globally. He's developed a process that he's going to be presenting in a Globinar. Tamer, thank you for all that you do. Who would you like to meet, and anything else we can do to help?
Thank you, Doug. Well, I would like to meet companies that are thinking or starting the process of going international in global market entry. And I can help them instead of them just hiring somebody or just getting somebody from inside the company that hasn't done it before, and try to navigate this new adventure internationally. They can work with me, and I have done it several times. I can do it faster, better, and less costly. And in general, I just wanted to present myself very quick. I'm founder of BizDeglo. My motto is better, simple, different, because I believe success comes from finding better ways, making things simple, and delivering different out-of-the-box solutions. That's what I do. I have 25 years of experience in growth and strategy, and I guide companies through their international expansion as a fractional chief growth officer or chief global growth officer, meaning that I become part of their team more than just a consultant. I work with them very tightly and communicate with them all the time, because they have the knowledge on the industry and I have the knowledge on the expansion. So I wanted to comment very quickly on Bill's table. It's amazing what he does. And I mean, I could comment in many of these, but maybe can I show very quick, share my screen?
We've got to keep moving. Sorry.
Okay. So anyway, let's connect very quick. Basically, yeah, Venezuela already had their elections, and it is you know, a sham, as he said. The other party won, but Maduro has changed everything. And Mexico hopefully won't go the same route, but they have a similar president now. So I could comment on more, but I think this is good for now. If you have, you know, somebody that is, you know, a company that is trying to go international, is going to start going international, please connect with me.
And watch Tamer next Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern time in the United States.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. A lot of participation and a lot of questions for you guys.
Great conversation. I saw Santosh left. He's the Global Chamber India for Bangalore, and we're doing a lot more there right now. He has a global advisor with him. And so anything with not only tech, which the city is known for, but ag is really important. William Min is here as well and has been involved with Global Chamber both in Singapore, in Myanmar, and now in Thailand. And so I want to make sure I did a shout out to them. Opong is based in Houston, based in New York. I keep trying to think Houston, but you have connections in Houston as well. We'll let you speak here in a moment, and I want to make sure that other three people that'll I'll let you speak here. Linda, with her ability to take pictures virtually anywhere in the world, very simply and easily. I'll let you go next, Linda, and then Monica Varas, who is the expert in the United States on insurance. Not only the difficult challenges on importing export insurance issues, but also normal good business issues. She's based in the New York area. I'll let you go next after Linda. And then Pankaj is the guy you go to when you need big money. He's the big money guy. Linda, would you like to go next? How can we help? Who would you like to meet?
Sure. Well, my business is worldwide, as you mentioned. I literally could do business with everybody on this call, Zoom, or any of your clients, because the technology that I use, I have a technology background, but the technology that I use allows me to provide high-end photography headshots in particular. So the people I'm looking for are, for instance, sales and marketing within companies that have worldwide locations and worldwide team members who want to have a consistent brand when they present their, I guess you could say, face to the world. So I'm in Scottsdale. I've worked with clients in Japan, Argentina, Germany, England, Canada, and of course, all over the United States. My clients are usually bulk. They'll have 50, 75, or 100 employees that they want to capture without sending each one of them out to a different studio. So that's my business, worldwide photography, mostly headshots for companies interested in keeping their brand consistent. Thanks, Doug.
Not AI.
No, thank you. Not AI. I don't want them coming out looking like a donkey, okay, after they've used AI for their headshots. But thanks for bringing that up.
Yeah, I've started to see, and you probably have too, AI and LinkedIn, like people, it's like, oh my God.
I know. They almost have no features by the time they're done.
It's bizarre.
Yeah.
Monica Varas, thank you for your longtime support of Global Chamber. We love the work that you're doing, and so do your clients. Who would you like to meet these days?
Thank you, Doc, and happy weekend for everyone. My name is Monica Varas, and I'm a commercial insurance broker working with USA and international clients. I help all type of companies and businesses. We're trying to assess and establish the right protection for any type of businesses. Like we all know, being insured is very important as part of the success of our businesses. And I would like to meet any type of company, anybody that needs insurance, anybody that like to be protected, and it might need just some information or might need a quote. I will be able and happy to help. Thank you so much. I know you're very close with the time, so I'm gonna let you go, Doug. Have a happy weekend.
You're amazing. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Pankaj is also amazing. Who do you want to meet, Pankaj?
Hey, I'm located in North Carolina, Charlotte. We are only working with a foreign direct investment. We build $1 trillion investor network. Anyone is looking for money, so we can help. So my contact details is there, and you can contact to Caesar. He has my complete details, so we can help anyone who can looking for funding. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Big projects, many multi-millions. Thank you. Opong, where are you? Are you available to speak? How can we help? Who would you like to meet?
Good afternoon, Doug, and thank you, everyone. I am currently in New York, but like you said, I do have a ton of connections in Houston. I would like to meet anyone who is interested in helping, a nascent business grow internationally. There's a couple of folks that I would love to connect with on the call and learn about different avenues and how we can grow as a business. My background's in technology partnerships and looking to get into finance. So there's definitely some work I need to do and talk to folks in upcoming.
Sounds good, although we might have lost you there. And so please put your make sure you connect up with him in LinkedIn, and you'll see that in the post. William, are you there? You would have one of the last words. I think I've got everybody. Are you available to say something?
Yeah, hi Doug, hi everyone.
Hi, are you in Thailand today?
Yeah, I'm still in Thailand. I'm still currently in Bangkok. Currently I've been working with nonprofits, with the UN and the ICRC in the medical aid projects, but also working with a local Thai aerospace company which repairs or services helicopters. Well, currently I'm looking out for people in nonprofits and also in aerospace or defense companies for more collaborations in Thailand. So thank you so much.
Thank you. I think that might be it. Is there anybody that we missed? And hearing none, raise your hand or yell out if we did miss you. But Cesar always gets the last word because he deserves it. He does some really amazing work at Global Chamber and connecting people. He's always thinking, first thing he always thinks about is how to connect members to successfully. Cesar, are you still there? And do you have any comments?
I'm here, Doug. Yes, thanks. And I've been connecting a couple of you, and probably in the next couple of minutes, more connections will come. But if you lost any of the contacts, or you remember like in a couple of days about someone you heard here today, feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to make the connection. And just wanted to take the opportunity to invite you all to take a look at our calendar. It's already busy. It's already very busy for September. We're doing couple of interesting events, plus the signature ones, the leagues and the women's and all those. So join us.
Sounds
Thank you, Doug.
good. In the meantime, we've got a long Labor Day weekend. Elisa, let's leave the room open for just a couple minutes. So if anybody has some additional texting or communication, please go ahead and feel free. I need to dump out. So I'm going to leave, but please go ahead. And then Elisa, could you just close the room in a couple minutes, please? Thanks, everybody. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, Doug. Happy weekend, everyone.
Happy weekend, everyone.
Have a nice weekend, everyone.